Right, that's actually set now. So it's been a little over 8 hours. So that's all nice and solid. And you can see we put a couple of small holes at either corner. Those are just alignment holes. So basically when we put the second layer on, it will go inside the holes and we'll have 2 little pegs that will let us line up the 2 sides of the mould when we put it together. So now we need to start mixing up the second lot, which means first of all we need to clear this. Oh. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Well, that's a little bit unset at the bottom, so we didn't get an entirely good mix, but it's good enough. It means we've got a relatively clean bowl. Now, even though we know we're going to be using the rest of what's left, we still want to measure it just to make sure that we've got those proportions correct. Now I'll use this one again. So if we turn this on, well, first of all, let's pull out this because we need to set this up correctly now. So we're taking that off there, taking that off there, and building up this wall again. Right, so there we go. That's now built up to its full height, and we have pegged the cling film so it won't move around too much. So now we can do this. So let's pour, well, I might as well pour the rest of it in here. There's not going to be enough left to do anything else with, so let's just pour the rest of this in there. Again, you really should use gloves. I'm being a bit of an idiot by not using them, I'll be honest. Well, mainly because I've run out of them, because the whole coronavirus thing means I've been a bit careful with stuff, because I have grandkids and I've been trying to avoid touching things that my daughters need to come and pick up. So, yeah, I've run low on face masks and gloves. To replenish them when things are a little bit less nuts. Come on. Let's get 200 so that it's easier to work out. Right, slow that down. 200 will be fine. And there we go, 200. 200.27, that's pretty close. So we just need another 20 of this. The second part of that. So we get this to 220. Come on. There we go, 220. And once again, give it a nice good mix. Again, in case you didn't see the first part for some reason, we're mixing it until this kind of very like red deep pink becomes a more even lighter pink as the white and the red all mix in together. Need to make sure we get as much of it as possible, including from the bottom as well, because you need this stuff to be mixed properly or it will just not set properly. Now this stuff's alright. When we move to the plastic, things get a little bit more urgent, as that's a little bit pinker than it really is, but it's close enough. Yeah, so it gets a little bit more urgent when we do the actual plastic, because that has a very quick setting time. Whereas this, we've got time to mix it in properly without really worrying. Right, well that's pretty close, I'd say. Get a bit from the sides again. That's a pretty even colour now. So let's clear off some of the excess. Well, first of all, let's clear this from here, so we got a better mould line. There you go. Right, well now this is a lot easier. We just need to cover the whole of the object as high as we can. And again, we're doing it at a height because we want to try to get rid of many bubbles as we can. Come on, there's lots in there. Do some scraping to make sure we get it all. Right at the moment, it's not looking like it's going to be enough. There should be. We were well over half. There we go, we'll just scoop some out. Oh, one side's slightly higher than the other. That's where we've gone wrong. It'll be fine still. We're almost there. We're also looking fairly bubble free, which is good. There we go. There you go. Get as much in there as we can. Right, well that's covered. So now we're just waiting another 6 to 8 hours, which will mean tomorrow morning. Right, unfortunately, and because I made the decision to do this at 2 a.m, which was stupid, I have made numerous mistakes with the second half of this mould, which is a shame because the first half really did go quite well. So you can possibly just see a black outline there. Yeah, that's the object. There wasn't enough in there. It does settle a little bit, which I didn't take into account. I should have used a lot more. I could have made a bit more of the material up, and I should have done that. I used too much in the first lot as well, but that's fine. Secondly, I forgot to spray any of the silicone release spray on the actual first half, which means this is now going to be one fused block of material. So, yeah, we do that. You can see it's now very hard. But let's take it out of the mould anyway. So you'll see it at least, even though this is a failed one. I will be doing this again when I've got more of the moulding material. But it's kind of proved, it's proved a few things. We've seen some stuff that works now. It's also going to be interesting if I can even remove... Ooh, did we have a small leak? No, I thought we had a leak, but I'm guessing it just went down the side. We'll just peel that off, which is kind of cool. Until we can release... There we go. In fact, one layer is also quite a deeper colour than the other. So I'm guessing we've had slightly more of the second part material in there, which is weird because I measured them out, but hey. This is just about coming off. There we go. So I guess at least we can see where the two halves are. We could still cut this open. Absolutely we could, but what we really wanted was it just to come apart on its own. As you can see, it does not, because it is one fused block. But there you go, there's a fused block. And again, although that's there, that's not going to be enough to actually do a decent mould. Although it would, it would probably just missing a corner, which is by no means a crisis, but still not really. If we can do it better, there's no point putting up with this. So yeah. There's my failed block. I can give it a try, cake open. The only problem, of course, being I don't want to damage the existing battery cover. But I can kind of see where it is, so I could possibly do that. And yeah, again, we can see where the line is at least. It looks like the whole thing was at an angle, which is interesting, because, that should have been flat. Very odd. See the faint outlines of the Lego, which is always kind of humorous. There we go. So I'm releasing this video early, just as a, hey, I did this wrong thing. And this is a lesson. A, not to do stuff when you're feeling ill. B, not to do stuff at ridiculous time in the morning when you can wait. And C, just kind of plan stuff better. Which, is a general comment I'd say on my stuff. Anyhow, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, because it's not a bad not to do video. Please hit like. If you didn't, please hit dislike and leave a comment, etc., etc. See you next time.